this video because I haven't been in front of the camera in so long. It's been kind of difficult to make videos. I am dorming with 2 roommates and it just makes it really hard to find even like a little bit of time alone to do like my own thing, let alone like film videos and edit and stuff. And I've been crazy busy because I'm on a quarter schedule, so there's midterms and finals like every few weeks. But now I'm on spring break and I feel like there's just so much more time for me to like film a ton of videos. But yeah, I'm super stoked for this video because I've always wanted to do a video on the type of music that I listen to. Music is a really big part of my life. I need to have music on whenever I'm doing just anything living in life. So I thought a fun little idea would be to chronicle you guys through the concerts that I've been to. I've like been lucky enough to see all of my favorite artists in like the past year, so I feel like that gives a good like gist of the kinds of artists and music genres that I listen to. So yeah, let's just get started. So the first concert I ever went to is Panic at the Disco in 2014. I was never in like a pop punk phase, so it was weird that I like started loving Panic in like 7th, 8th grade, but that's like a weird little extra tidbit of my music like journey, I guess. And then 2016, like later 2016, I got to see Young the Giant and Gwen Stefani. Young the Giant actually went to my high school, which was really cool. Obviously not at the same time I was there because they're a lot older, but for a while I was super into bands. So Young the Giant is like a cool like alternative band. I definitely fell in love with their music when I heard their song like Cough Syrup back in the day, which was so popular. I haven't listened to them in so long, but honestly all their albums have bops and little gems and I really like their music. And then Gwen Stefani was there too, and she brought up Blake Shelton, so I mean it was a moment, I gotta say. And then late 2016 I also got to see Mac Miller, and that was for his Divine Feminine album, and I absolutely love the sound of that album. It's just so like groovy, and I loved his song Dang with Anderson .Paak on it, and I'm a huge fan of Anderson .Paak. So then yeah, the whole album is really good. I was so obsessed with it when it came out, and I feel like it's really underrated. I feel like not that many people are talking about this album. And then after, Isaiah Rashad, I saw him in early 2017, and it was for his album The Sun's Tirade, and then he also played some songs off of Sylvia demo as well. I also feel like Isaiah Rashad is kind of slept on. Like all my friends and stuff don't really know who he is, but he is an amazing artist. I especially loved the songs that had SZA on it, and then SZA actually came out to that show, which is wild because that was a little bit before she like really blew up. I felt really lucky that she like came to our concert, and now she like came out with Control and it's like huge and I love her. Yeah, that was Isaiah Rashad and SZA. Definitely check out his albums if you haven't already, and definitely check out SZA's first album because Control is really good, but like don't sleep on Z. I got to see Daniel Caesar at the Jazz Reggae Fest at UCLA. It was a super cheap show, and it was really intimate. At that point he only had Pilgrim's Paradise out and then like Get You and Japanese Denim. The crowd was really small and we were all really close to the stage, so I feel super lucky to have seen him then. That was in like May of 2017. So it was a little bit also before he blew up. It was before Freudian came out. It says Khalid. I went to that like free Santa Monica Pier Khalid show, but we didn't feel like waiting in line. Like there were thousands of people on the pier. It was the most insane thing ever. Like you probably could never do that ever again. So it was basically just like a listening like to his live performance. But yeah, so that's like I kind of saw Khalid. And then in November I saw Amine, and Tokyo was the opening act, which was a really good opening act. I genuinely enjoyed him. Yeah, I love Amine. His music is so fun and bright, and his show was really fun. So if you guys haven't listened to All of Good For You and you like only listen to Caroline, definitely check it out. Also his song Red Mercedes is like a fucking banger. That was really corny of me to say. It's a fucking banger. So Spice Girl is a bop. Like when he played it, it was everything. And then in November of 2017 I saw Daniel Caesar again, and I've never seen the observatory so packed to the point where I couldn't even stand on the first floor, so we had to go up into the second floor. Even from there it was like low-key hard to like be able to see the stage, so it was crazy just how much he blew up. And then his opening act was Snow Allegra, and I didn't know about her until I found out that she was his opening, but I listened to her after the show because I just fell in love with her like vibe and her music when she was performing live. And her album Feels is so good, like that, again, that kind of like chill like R&B soul type of feel. It's so mellow, and I like listening to it like when I'm studying for finals and stuff. It's really great. Definitely check her out. I feel like a lot of people would like her music. If you like Daniel Caesar, you definitely like her, I think. And then in, I think this was November again, or maybe December, I saw Untitled Club and HOMESHAKE, which was an amazing show. I fell in love with a few songs from Untitled Club and HOMESHAKE's albums, and then I ended up getting the concert tickets, and then I really started listening to them more, and like, you don't understand, like ever since that concert, like I just keep on turning their songs on. It's so good. The songs that really hooked me from HOMESHAKE in the beginning were Every Single Thing, Give It To Me, and Midnight Snack. Those were songs that just like blew my mind. And then for Untitled Club, it was Skip Tracing and Homage. I just have a playlist of like just the 4 combined albums from the 2 artists. Probably insert like some specific songs in like my playlist videos in the future, but just as a whole, check them out. I feel like some people might not like it if you don't like a super like interesting alternative like indie sound, but yeah, I really love them. And then I got to see, at the end of December, I got to see Tyler the Creator's like kind of mini festival that he had at the observatory. So it had Tyler the Creator, Brockhampton, Steve Lacy, Bane's World, Clairo, Innerwave, Taco, just so many awesome artists. And it's wild because like I wanted to see a majority of those artists live anyway, so the fact that I could just get like 1 ticket and see all of them on the same night was amazing. So it was like totally worth it. So the first person that I saw was Bane's World. I have the hugest crush on Shane. He's like my dream man's. Clairo, I think as of right now she only has like a handful of singles out, but she's really blowing up right now, and her set was really casual. It's just like her and like just like she was just like playing her music like and just singing over top of it, and she was controlling everything. And then she invited like all her friends up there, and like I don't know, it was a really cute little performance. We saw Taco, his little DJ set, and I got like a merch bundle, and then my shirt was actually Taco merch. And then it was Steve Lacy, which I've made sure to try to get like really close. I love his music. I remember listening to him like on SoundCloud back in the day. He's like literally the most beautiful man I've ever laid my eyes on. Almost said hands on, I wish. He brought out Sid from the internet, which was just amazing. And then we saw Brockhampton, and let's just take a moment for Brockhampton. They're definitely my favorite artist that came out of 2017. I remember I first found out about them when I heard Gold for the first time, and that was like right when like Gold and just a couple other singles were out, and then the only other thing they had out was like All American Trash. And then I saw them drop Saturation 1, and then I got merch, and then Saturation 2, and then I got merch for that, and then Saturation 3, and then I got merch for that. So I'm just like a full-hard Brockhampton stan at this point. They started off with Boogie from Saturation 3, and obviously that's like just a crazy song. The worst part was that I got pushed super far in the back because I was like, I'm not trying to mosh with y'all, so I'm gonna like let y'all do your thing. So at that point I couldn't really see the stage that well. It was really cool hearing them live, and when Bareface I kind of ended the show with Summer. Like I remember like I was just by myself because I lost all my friends, and then this girl next to me, we were just like talking, we're like, oh my god, I'm like so emotional. Made a little crowd buddy for that few minutes. And then the main attraction was Tyler, and his performance was amazing. He played a majority of like Flower Boy, and then he played all of like the older songs on his albums where like you just know all the lyrics, and it was so much fun. He's a great performer. My most recent concert of 2018 is Rex Orange County in February, and then he was opened by Zach. I remember seeing him on Twitter because of his music video and song for Cool. He was so cute. He was like so lovable. I fell in love with him during that performance. And then after the show, he was like walking around the crowd, and I got to take a picture with him, which was really cool. Rex Orange County, he is such an amazing artist. I fell in love with his music recently. I remember I was bumping Paradise from his first album like a ton like last summer, and then I just started listening to him so much more, especially around the time of the concert. That's just kind of how it goes. I really can't stop listening to him at this point. I also saw like ASAP Ferg and Playboi Carti at the UCR like block party, which is like they have a few concerts every year. And then Winter Solstice, they had Her, which was awesome, and then Marky Basie and Kyle Dion. Just thought I would add those people. I did see them live too, but I didn't really buy tickets for them. It was like free. Those are all the concerts that I've got to see so far, but I hope you guys enjoyed this super long video, and I will talk to you all later. Bye. I'm taking my sweet time.